What's up, Madden fans? I'm here to share a little bit of detailed information on my Legends roster here with you all. At the end of this video, I will have the information on where you can find this in the Madden Share community. This is from Madden 23. But basically, I wanted to have Legends available for exhibition, for fantasy drafts. Those MUT cards, those 99 overalls, that we love to use in Madden Ultimate Team. So I tried to recreate a few of them based on MUT cards that actually existed before and put them on actual rosters. So I took the most current rosters and I added 3 99 overall Legends per team. I tried to fill in the gaps. So 49ers, for example, I didn't put Joe Montana and Steve Young. That would be kind of a waste having 2 quarterbacks in there. So I tried to balance it out, offense, defense, fill in the holes wherever I could. But yeah, as far as likeness goes, I put a lot of time into trying to make these guys look like how they actually look, including the faces. You'll see, some of those little profile snapshot pictures like these. They're terrible, but as far as in-game, I tried to get them as close as possible. I figured it'd be better to have them look the right way in-game versus on this screen here. So there's some pros and cons here. One of the downsides is these guys do not have dev traits. They don't have Superstar X Factor. There's no way to change that on a roster edit. So if you do something like a fantasy draft, that's something after you start your franchise, you'd have to go in and modify all these guys or some of them or whatever you'd want to do. What I did to create these guys, I didn't actually use Create a Player because I know there's a limit for that. I went in and edited players. So, for example, Tom Brady, right? 5 years out, I went and found a quarterback with a low rating that had 5 years pro and just edited him. So I was trying to keep these guys, as far as a timeline goes, matched up with where they actually hit their prime. There's 2 players who show up twice, Tom Brady and Reggie White. The current Tom Brady card is on the Bucs. I made his younger New England counterpart there. Reggie White shows up twice because he was a legend for both the Eagles and the Packers. J.J. Watt and Russell Wilson, I used their actual in-game players and just edited them. So Russell Wilson is now a 99 overall on the Seahawks. J.J. Watt's a 99 overall on the Texans. And that just made sense since Denver, he's being replaced by John Elway, and J.J. Watt retired in real life here. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. Put a lot of work into trying to make them look right, feel right. Played a few exhibitions, tested out a few of these guys, and I had a lot of fun with it. So yeah, use it however you see fit. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get a lot of use out of it, however you use it. If you have feedback for me on anything in here, please leave it in the comments below. I tried my best, but there were a few of these that were really hard to pick from. But let's dive in and take a look at the actual rosters team by team. And first is my Chicago Bears. Devin Hester, Walter Payton, and Dick Butkus. Man, this was the hardest one. Lots of guys to choose from here. Bengals, Chad Johnson, Anthony Munoz, Willie Anderson beefing up that O-line. The Bills, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, and Bruce Smith. Cleveland, Jim Brown, Ozzie Newsome, and Joe Thomas. Jim Brown, of course, has the old school helmet and look there. Tampa is all defense. Rondé Barber, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks. They've obviously got a lot of offensive weapons. I felt like this balanced the team out well. Arizona, got to pay tribute to Pat Tillman, Larry Fitzgerald, and Aeneas Williams. Chargers, Antonio Gates, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Junior Seau. Man, LT looks really good in the throwback jerseys when I played with those. Kansas City, Derek Thomas, Jamal Charles, and Tony Gonzalez. Colts have Dwight Freeney, Marvin Harrison, and Peyton Manning. Here's a look at Peyton. The Commanders, a.k.a. the Redskins. Sean Taylor, Art Monk, John Riggins. Cowboys, Larry Allen, Michael Irvin, and Emmett Smith. There's Emmett. For the Miami Dolphins, we had Ricky Williams, Dan Marino, and Jason Taylor. The Eagles, Brian Westbrook, Reggie White, and Weapon X, Brian Dawkins. There's a little shot of Brian Dawkins. For the Falcons, Julio Jones, Deion Sanders, and arguably one of the best Madden players ever, Michael Vick. 49ers, Ronnie Lott, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Giants have Eli Manning, Michael Strahan, and Lawrence Taylor. You know, going back to that 49ers team, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Bosa, that's a team. Jacksonville, Fred Taylor, Tony Baselli, Jimmy Smith. The Jets, Darrelle Revis, Joe Namath, and Curtis Martin. The Lions, Chris Spielman, Calvin Johnson, and Barry Sanders, arguably two of the best players on offense ever in the non-quarterback position. Packers, Brett Favre, yep, took him over Aaron Rodgers. Brett Favre, Sterling Sharp, Reggie White, Luke Kuechly, Steve Smith, and Julius Peppers for the Panthers. Gronk, Ty Law, and Tom Brady for the Patriots. Raiders have Bo, Tim Brown, and Gene Upshaw. The Bo came out actually really, really good. One of my favorites of all time. Eric Dickerson, that was a tough choice over Marshall Faulk. Kurt Warner and Deacon Jones for the Rams. For the Ravens, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and Jonathan Ogden. For the Saints, I know he's not a top player of all time, but Reggie Bush was when Madden came out his rookie year. Reggie Bush, Willie Roaf, and Drew Brees for the Saints. Seahawks, Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, and Russell Wilson. Steelers, Rod Woodson, Troy Polamalu, Mean Joe Green. There's a little Rod Woodson for you. For the Houston Texans, Arian Foster, Andre Johnson, and J.J. Watt. For the Titans, Javon Kearse, Bruce Matthews, and Steve McNair. For the Vikings, of course, Randy Moss, John Randall, and Fran Tarkenton. We'll throw back there. You got the John Randall face paint, of course. That's it, guys. Those are the rosters. Here is where you go and download it. Go ahead and pause that screen or whatever you need to do. My PlayStation username is up there, so you can search by my PlayStation ID or by the file name. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy these rosters as much as I have. Let me know in the comments if you got feedback. I'd love to hear what you think, if there's anything that could have been improved on. So when I go to do this next year, I've got some tips. Thanks, guys.